Very good afternoon from the Perth Hockey Stadium here at Curtin University. Our apologies, a little bit late coming to air. We had a few technical problems, but pleased to say you've only missed about 50 seconds of the start of this match between Curtin University and North Coast Raiders. Curtin University in the orange at the moment, and well, they'll be in the orange for the whole game. I'm Ashley Morrison. Looking forward to sharing all of the action with you today. Curtin at the moment sitting 6th on the league ladder out of 10, so they need a win today to lift themselves into the top 4, at least have a chance of making the finals in the Women's Premier 1. They have 5 games left in the league season, so they've got the chance to do that, but a win today or a loss today would actually really dent their chances. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the table, North Coast Raiders sitting 9th out of the 10 teams. They're pretty safe at the moment that they have 10 points and Old Aguinians sitting on 3 points. So they should be safe in second last, but they again would love to get a win just to try and lift themselves a little bit further up the table. They are currently 5 points behind Wasps in 8th place. Wasps, of course, the defending champions. As we see, captain of North Coast Raiders, one of the key players for me today, Jackie Day carrying the ball forward. Few Hockeyroos experienced players in the North Coast Raiders. Jordan Holtzberger wearing number 16, Jackie Day wearing number 11, and of course Ash Wells in goal, one of the current Hockeyroos. Grace Stewart is also part of their team wearing number 17. So they've got the experience, it's just whether they can get that to gel with the young players around them, and they do have a very young side. If you look at some of the players in their team, Brooke Hurst will only turn 17 in September. She's wearing the number 1. It just gives you an idea. And she's one of several young players. Nick Krobelar, she just turns 17 on the 13th of August. So a few very young players for North Coast Raiders. Now, just over 3 minutes gone, still 0-0. As I say, you haven't missed any action. Just like to thank our sponsors, FMG, Osdrill, Danks Furniture, Tiger Turf, and Kookaburra for making this live stream possible. Chance now to come forward again as the ball goes to Shania Tonkin. Tonkin feeds it through into the midfield. Good lead and good acceleration carrying the ball forward from Nicola Tame. In fact, it's not Nicola Tame, my apologies, it's Holtzberger. It's the 6 on the back, just a little bit deceiving. It's a free hit, though, to North Coast Raiders. Jackie Day plays it into the circle. She was outside the 23-metre line, so could play it directly into the circle. Of course, once she's inside the 23 metres, she has to take the ball 5 metres. So Curtin have had a really up-and-down season of late. They drew 2-2 in their last game against UWA. There's just been an inability to string a series of wins together has really caused them a few problems. Only once in the season have they managed to win 2 games back-to-back. Strong on the ball, but penalised just the same as Emma Hickey. Curtin trying to get on with things quickly. Greta Hayes, again a key player for them, feeds it to Caitlin Nobbs. Those two will be crucial for Curtin in the midfield. Ball just given away that time as they look to come forward through Sophie Johnston. Johnston had a good game, I thought, the last time we were here at the Perth Hockey Stadium filming the Curtin match. So Caitlin Nobbs over the ball now, feeds it to Hayes. Hayes just ran a stick over the ball. Good tackle coming in, and it will be a free hit to North Coast Raiders. Good defensive work coming there from Maddie Newlin. Maddie Newlin, who hails from Fearing in Essex. She played for England under-18s, so she's one of the import players for North Coast Raiders. Ball thrown to the air, but brought down well and with ease by Kirsty Denning. Lovely little break down the left-hand side from Sarah Burns. Burns continues towards the edge of the circle. It's going to go out for... it's gone out for a long corner, but a free hit blown up by Murray Grime. Murray Grime and Andrew Miotti, the 2 umpires for today's match. So Curtin looking to try and get their first goal of the match if they can. Across the circle it goes, but just ran over the baseline and harmlessly out for a 16. The whistle has gone as much as North Coast wanted to continue that attack. Has to just come back, go deep into the defensive line. Oh dear, that was a misdirected pass. And it's given possession back to Curtin just outside the 23-metre line. Played on quickly, this time by Sarah Burns, who switched flanks. Manages to keep possession. And it will be another free hit to Curtin. Turn is a good one. Got close to the circle, managed to find the foot. Caitlin Nobbs stays calm, pushes it out wide. Johnston. And North Coast just get it over the side. The pressure still on them defensively as Nobbs happily goes backwards now just to create a bit of space. Blair Beard. Square pass from her. Curtin again, plenty of bodies forward, but North Coast moving across defensively well. Comes to Nobbs wide on the right-hand side now. Into the 23 metres she goes. Looks to play it forward to Sophie Johnson. She was put under pressure again by Newland. Ball, though, comes back to Curtin, and they've got a chance to go on the attack again. Beard finds Nobbs. Nobbs drills that one in. It's going to break for Curtin and just nicked away. That was a really telling tackle as it looked like Sophie Turner was about to shoot. Strong tackle coming in there and penalised this time, Kate Denning. North Coast getting on with it straight away. They've not got many bodies forward. Taking a tumble again. So it'll be another free hit to North Coast Raiders. We're halfway through the first quarter. No goals as yet. Good acceleration again from Caitlin Nobbs. Plays it wide this time to Katie Clark, the captain of Curtin. Katie Clark, who again is so influential. Never says die, whatever happens. Kate Denning, just miscommunication between her and Caitlin Nobbs, and the ball goes over the side for a North Coast ball. Just showing too much of the ball, and it went up into the body there of Zoe Clifford. Once again, play on quickly. Sienna Archer now for Curtin, using her body there as a bit of a shield. Got away with it as the ball broke for North Coast. And Jackie Day, I agree with her. She goes, the whole ball has to go over, and I don't think from where we are directly above her, the whole ball actually went over the line there. But it doesn't matter what I think or what Jackie Day thinks. It's what the umpire thinks. It's been a lively first 15 minutes. Jackie Day on the ball again. Two Curtin players closing it down immediately. Well stepping forward there by Sophie Johnston. Johnston wins the free hit. Sophie Johnston, hailing from Bunbury originally. That's where she was born. Western Australia's second biggest city, at 2 hours south of Perth. And again, a product of the Boyanup Hockey Club, which is producing a lot of players, including Jake Harvey, who is, of course, in the Kookaburras lineup. This is a good break forward now from Shania Tonkin. Tonkin accelerates towards the circle. Tonkin just dispossessed. A really well-timed tackle that time coming from Tanya Storer. Run back by Raiders. It was a really good tackle coming from Emma Hickey. Good pass that time from Tonkin into the circle, trying to create some space, but really just showed too much of the ball there, unfortunately, Maddie Newland. And it was taken away from her. Now a chance for Sienna Archer to cut infield. She plays the ball into space and manages to pick out Katie Clark. Clark drills that forward and trying to get on the end of it with Sophie Turner. A real determination from Turner, but unfortunately just too much pace on the pass from Clark. Well, there's plenty of space in this match. Both teams looking for goals. Not playing too defensively. So you just feel as we get more tired legs, I think there's going to be even more openings, and we will see goals start to come as we're into the final 4 minutes of the first quarter. Comes wide again to Sarah Burns. Burns looks up and looks to push her way down the line and just got her angles wrong. Over the side it goes. Now Hickey drills that one across and was looking for Holzberger. Unfortunately, Holzberger couldn't get it under control. And that one again just too far ahead of the run from Amelia Horgood. Good to see her back in action after I think it was a knee injury last year. She certainly injured herself badly last year. The daughter of Neil Horgood, the former Kookaburra, currently up in Japan coaching. Missed a good part of last season and certainly the start of this season. So it's great to see her back on the park, running around again. The pace just slowing momentarily. Blair Beard carries out from defence, just tops that one. Denning picks it up and Sarah Burns goes back in the end to Blair Beard. Kirsty Denning trying to turn in the midfield and was won by Jackie Day, and a chance now for North Coast to launch one last attack before the end of the first break. Good pass forward there into the circle to the baseline, kept it in play brilliantly. And in the end it was Caitlin Nobbs who just cleared the danger, but a good run forward coming from Grace Stewart. Grace Stewart, of course, hails from Illawarra, which has produced some wonderful hockey players as well in recent times, including the Govers brothers. Tristan White, again, another player in the Kookaburra's lineup, as Beard is put under a little bit of pressure. Comes to Kirsty Denning. She was closed down quickly by Annika Schoonens. Nobbs stays calm under pressure, takes the ball away from Holzberger, pulls away from Day momentarily, then just stops and draws the foul. It's a rather heavy touch in the forward line, but Curtin managed to keep possession. It was good work to get that one back by Sophie Turner. Across the face of goal, Ash Wells gets a touch. It's dropped in front of it. It's going to ricochet for Curtin. Hayes tries a shot, and again it's ricocheted up in the air, and it'll be out for a long corner. Ash Wells, she made the initial save, didn't really manage to clear the danger. And Chantal Chilela was there, ready to pounce. Chilela's shot was again the one that was ricocheted out behind goal as they come in again. That was a foot on the edge of the circle. Comes into the D. Again, a shot as it's lifted, though. And North Coast can breathe a sigh of relief. Chilela denied. Well, in fact, it was Sophie Turner denied that time. Oh, lovely skills being shown there. That was lovely from Grace Stewart. And off the shins of Denning. So it should be a free hit just inside the 23-metre line. There's not much time left as Hrobela over the ball. And that should have done enough to bring this quarter to an end as Hrobela just takes her time. And it's just ricocheted away by Chilela, and that should be the final play of this first quarter. Chantal Chilela making her way over to the dugout. It's her birthday today, so no doubt she'll be looking for a goal and hopefully a cake from her teammates afterwards. But as we go into the first quarter break, it is Curtin University 0, North Coast Raiders 0. just getting final instructions from the coaching staff and about to head out for the start of the second quarter. Curtin University 0, North Coast Raiders 0 in this women's Premier 1 grade. If you're looking for an interesting matchup, Caitlin Nobbs, wearing number 11 for Curtin, is up against her cousin, which is Shania Tonkin, wearing the number 9 for North Coast Raiders. They are actually second cousins. So Lee Capes, Caitlin Nobbs' mother, and Shane Tonkin, Shania's father, are actually cousins. As North Coast get the second quarter underway. Shane Tonkin, who was at the Seoul Olympics as a baseballer. Lee Capes was at the Seoul Olympics as a hockey player and, of course, won the gold, the very first hockey gold for Australia when the Hockey Roos climbed to the top of the podium. Shane Tonkin was there playing baseball. He's down on the bench today as the assistant coach to Colin Brandis. North Coast certainly looking for that win. They haven't had too many this season, as I mentioned. They sit 9th on the ladder, just 3 wins and 1 draw. But one of those wins was against Curtin University in the first round as Nobbs carries the ball forward, pushes it into the path. That's a great pass. Unfortunately, as she tried to shoot, Sophie Turner just stumbling slightly and then never got the power or the direction she would have hoped. Given away almost at the edge of the circle. Jackie Day helping out and saving the blushes, and here is Shania Tonkin bursting forward. That was lovely the way she just dragged the ball past Sarah Burns. It will be a free hit to North Coast. So pass from Emma Hickey and trying to come across, but was always going to be struggling to keep that one in play. Good effort, though, coming from Annika Schunens. Connected wide now by Sienna Archer. And is that going to be kept in play? It is indeed. Good play from Katie Clark. Lays it back to Nobbs. Nobbs full stretch. Nobbs managing to keep control. Takes it away from Day and gets the free hit just outside the circle. Dangerous position. Can Curtin open the scoring? North Coast dropping everybody back now around the circle. Just 2 players above the 23-metre line. Comes back to Nobbs. Nobbs now being closed down. Comes wide. Sarah Burns looking to play it down the line, just deflected by Tonkin over the side. Good pass, Katie Clark manages to get it inside the circle. It ricochets up and then deemed dangerous, but it was good work again by Chantal Chilela. Incredibly, she is still leading the scoring charts at the moment with 15 goals away from Ellie Buckley from Westside Wolves, who's on 11. Oh, across the face of goal. Brilliant save from Ash Wells. Well, that was superb. It comes across again. It's missed at the back post. But Wells denying Chilela a 16th goal. Buckley, as I mentioned, 13 goals. Ash Wells earning her keep there. I don't think she actually gets paid anything, to be honest, but still doing well, keeping her side in this as the ball comes wide, this time to Sarah Burns. Burns looking to cut infield. Lays it back. Kate Denning. I apologise, you can hear the wind in our effects microphone. It's really blowing quite strongly here now at the Perth Hockey Stadium. That's a lovely touch from Grace Stewart. Now feeds it forward into the path of Maddie Newlin. Well, Stewart was impeded behind play. There might be a whistle for that later as it comes to Tonkin now. Stewart is inside the circle. Tonkin tries to get it towards her. It was, again, well intercepted and taken away by Curtin University. And in particular, good play coming from Sarah Burns. And that is hit the foot of Beard just outside the circle. So Shania Tonkin comes back to Jackie Day. She slides it into the circle, but it was well read by Sophie Johnston. Anna Roberts now carries forward. Oh, what a tackle coming back from Jalella. You can see they may not be fighting for a top of the table spot, but there's plenty of passion in this game. Looks like the rain might not be too far away. The grey clouds gathering overhead. I'm sure that they are going to bring with them a little bit of rain as it now comes to Kate Denning. Denning feeds it down the line and just trying to let that one run was Greta Hayes. She knew that there was a run ahead of her and was trying to let that one run into the path of Sophie Turner. But Turner had just decided at that moment to cut infield. And now it's going to be a race. Grace Stewart comes across. Unfortunately, she plays it off her stick onto her own foot. Wry smile on her face. Nobbs. Again now intercepted by Jackie Day. Day plays it forward, but it's an easy ball to be cleaned up at the back by Blair Beard. Once again, apologise for the howling wind that's blowing into our effects microphone. And the rain has just started to fall as the wind picks up. Thrown to the air. Grace Stewart down by the baseline, just ran away from her and over the baseline. Just while we're in the heart of the defence at the moment as Curtin look to play it, should just give congratulations to Sienna Berry, who usually plays for North Coast Raiders. She was just announced yesterday as the captain of the state under-16s team, so congratulations to her. A big moment, and hopefully we'll see her representing Western Australia in years to come in various age groups. Breaks well. Tonkin tried to go the reverse stick, but really telegraphed that, and Denning read it really well. Just at the moment, just around the circle, where they need some cohesion. It's just not happening for North Coast at the moment. Chance to break forward though now. Katie Clark trying to spark something for Curtin. That time it was Sophie Turner who got the deflection. It broke infield, but free hit's gone against her. She puffs out her cheeks there. Sophie Turner, who was the most valuable player 2017 in the Curtin Premier 2 grade. So again, having worked away from there into the first grade. Lovely play being shown again by Newland. Newland gets the free hit on halfway. Nobbs can't believe it. So we've just gone past the halfway stage in this second quarter. Still no goals as yet. Ash Wells probably been the busier of the two keepers. Alicia Power has had very little to do as yet as Caitlin Nobbs tries to drive through the midfield. She took 3 players with her, somehow managed to release the pass, and now it's going to break for Kate Denning. And down the line it goes, and Turner will keep it in play. Turner having to force her way away from the corner flag, and real pressure being applied by her, and in the end she's penalised for a slight push on the back. Jackie Day will have to bring the ball back because she took that from the wrong position. So it was Holzberger who just got a little shove in the back. She gets the ball now in a tight space. Jordan Holzberger, who made her way across to Perth as a 17-year-old and has made no bones. She found it quite hard leaving Queensland and coming to Western Australia at such a young age. And of course, at that time, she was billed as being a star of the future by none other than Madonna Blythe, who said she was the most promising player in Australia. So playing out from the back now. Comes to Kirsty Denning. Passes it on to Burns. Burns pushing it down the line, and Greta Hayes will self-pass from halfway. Hayes really telegraphed that pass, and it was really quite an easy one to be intercepted. And a chance now for North Coast to break forward. Anna Roberts it was who intercepted in the midfield. It's going to be a long corner for North Coast Raiders. Roberts calling for the ball. Just flicking it to her captain, Jackie Day. Shania Tonkin looks to slide that to the top of the circle. Good pass from her. Looking for the return pass. It's a good one. Shania Tonkin shoots. Shania Tonkin scores. Well, what a pass it was at the top of the circle. It was a lovely pass back by Newlyn. And it is North Coast Raiders who take the lead. Shania Tonkin with the opening goal. And it was really well crafted by Raiders. Oh, what a time to score just before half-time. But what a lovely bit of play between Day and also Newlyn. And then Tonkin, of course. A really good finish. And Alicia Power, well, I mentioned she's had next to nothing to do. And almost the first touch she's got is to take the ball out of the back of the net. Curtin, as we said, they need to get a win today. Their last 4 results have been a win, a draw, a loss, and a draw. So just losing that little bit of consistency. But this was about the time of the year last year that Wasps started to get a run together, forced their way into the finals contention, and then went all the way through the finals to lift back-to-back premierships. It's going to break inside the circle for Curtin. It's not been cleared by North Coast. Eventually it was. The Raiders doing well. I think it was Maddie Newlyn again who cleared it inside the circle. She's been involved in plenty at both ends of the pitch in this first half. So comes back to Blair Beard. No penalty corners so far in the match. Beard there may be the first one. Just catching the foot, just as I say that. Lo and behold, Blair Beard may well now have a chance to get an equaliser for Curtin. So they go into the huddle. So making a way to the baseline to inject his Kirsty Denning. Blair Beard waits at the top with Caitlin Nobbs doing the stopping. Might try a variation. Out it comes, struck well. Ash Wells was there, but it's followed in. And Kirsty Denning is the goal scorer. The injector coming into the near post. Well saved, but couldn't clear it. And Kirsty Denning gets an equaliser. And it is a really well-timed goal for Curtin University with 2.5 minutes left in the first half. So just over a minute was all that North Coast could hold the lead. Wells with the initial save, but Denning in the perfect spot. Real lesson for anybody. If you're the injector, that's the spot you got to take. Kate Denning played that one into the shins. Should be a free hit. And it is indeed. Just the 2 goals in this quarter. I feel there's going to be some more in this game as well. You just can feel that at the moment. Katie Clark bursting forward now for Curtin. Lovely ball into the circle and deflected over the baseline by Zoe Clifford. It's a long corner. Kate Denning now comes wide again. And that's just lifted though this time. Just getting underneath that one. Unfortunate from Katie Clark. Just waiting now for a ball to come on. It's given to Dempsey Campbell. Stolen, Clark. Clark into the circle, accelerates towards goal, lays across the face of goal. Mistrap there, and a wasted opportunity. They're going to get a long corner out of it. We're into the final minute, calling for the ball quickly, and the ball comes slowly. Denning comes across now to her sister, Johnston. Johnston just trying to get it inside the circle, finds a foot just outside the D. Again, quickly wanting the ball. Goal scorer Kirsty Denning will play on with it quickly. Murray Grime wanting it on the exact spot, taken quickly. Defender stepping forward and intercepting. Stopping it, getting to Caitlin Nobbs, and a free hit to North Coast as Holzberger plays on, feeds it to Jackie Day. Oh, Day, that is a lovely pass, and a chance for Grace Stewart now. Stewart goes onto the forehand, into the circle, strikes it well. Brilliant block by Beard. And that was a really important block from Blair Beard, as Grace Stewart looked as if that was going to be a goal or at least force a save out of Alicia Power. Really telling save. What a really exciting second quarter with some goals and end-to-end action. It was Shania Tonkin who gave North Coast Raiders the lead in the 26th minute, but a minute later, first penalty corner of the match. It was saved by Ashley Wells, and then in the end it was Kirsty Denning who was on hand just to pop the rebound home and get an equaliser. So at half-time it is Curtin University 1, North Coast Raiders 1. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium as the rain tumbles lightly from the sky. Floodlights come on and the crowd, or the players, making their way back out. The crowd is beginning to fill up a little bit down below us as the men's game following this one. Curtin University versus North Coast Raiders. Bottom two teams in the men's division, but this has been a thrilling match so far between 6th place Curtin and 9th place North Coast Raiders. It's 1-1 at half-time. Who is going to go on and claim a victory? Or is it going to be a stalemate? Well, the whistle goes for the second half to start, and Curtin don't even have all their players out. They're delaying things. The clock has started. Eventually, they start, and just strolling onto the pitch is Chantal Chilella, just adjusting her hair down below. But she's ready now, jogging forward. So Caitlin Nobbs goes wide. Played forward once more by Kate Denning. That's a good pass as well into the path of Sarah Burns. Burns trying to find a way into the circle and used her body as obstruction there. So it will be a free hit to North Coast Raiders. Just like to again mention our sponsors: Kookaburra, Tiger Turf, Danks Furniture, proudly Western Australian, Ausdrill bringing more to mining, and FMG, the new force in iron ore, as we see North Coast on the attack again. Holzberger trying to play that forward, just catching the knee there, Greta Hayes, but it will be free hit to Curtin. Nobbs getting plenty of touches, but every time she's almost in like a pincer movement, 3 players from North Coast go to close her down. They know just how dangerous she is, and just unfortunately that ball just bobbled in front of Sophie Johnston and went over the side. There's a chance now for Brooke Hurst to play it down the line. Brooke Hurst, as I mentioned, one of the younger players. She'll only turn 17 in September. She's part of the 2019 Australian Futures, the athletes that have been earmarked for future starring. Started playing her hockey in year 4 and has played in every state team since the age of 11. So Brooke Hurst, a name to remember. Still only very young at the moment, but maybe there's a bright future ahead of her. Of course, you have to be so lucky as well. A little bit of avoiding injuries. Kate Denning showed as if she was going to play it back, plays it forward. It's missed by Greta Hayes. Intercepted inside the circle. And then free hit conceded by Chilella. Good work defensively that time from Zoe Clifford. Zoe Clifford, who was part of the state under-16s back in 2014. A lot of these players with state experience playing in national championships, and always good to represent your state. Blair Beard getting it under control. She'd be used to a little bit of rain. Blair Beard, born in Hobart. They have a little bit more of the wet stuff down there than we do usually in Western Australia. In fact, you talk about success. Blair Beard with the Tasmanian under-21 side won the national championships for the first time that they'd ever won it. That was in 2009. And again, just good anticipation by Brooke Hurst. Lost the ball ahead and then battled hard to win it back. Went off Amelia Horgood, so Hurst with the free hit, plays it back into the defensive line. Very lucky to get away with that pass, to be honest, was Dempsey Campbell. Played it blind and it was so nearly intercepted by Chilella. Pressure in the defensive line now and taken over the baseline. Long corner to North Coast. Jackie Day wanted the ball on the 23-metre line, wants to get on with things quickly, takes it quickly. Drilled into the circle. It's going to break and still alive. It was a good save initially by Alicia Power. And eventually the ball was just played across the face of Power's goal and went out of play. But that was a really good chance for North Coast to managed to get back into the lead, having taken the lead once, and it was Maddie Newland who was denied. Newland's making a good run now in the forward line. Comes back to Campbell. Good break forward. And a free hit is given to Shania Tonkin. Jackie Date slaps that one forward. Lovely turn inside the circle from Grace Stewart, and just wide of the back post, and a slap of the thigh in the end from Maddie Newland, because she knew if she'd just been a metre further forward, she could have got down and maybe deflected that pass power, and North Coast would have had the lead again. This time it's Holzberger, thought she'd got the free hit. Kate Denning knew it was hers and just stood there. And eventually Murray Grime raised his arm and pointed in the right direction if you're a Curtin University fan. Kirsty Denning, down the line it goes. Cutting infield. Good work being done there by, once more, Sarah Burns. Dispossessed. Kate Denning, and that was a good touch at a very opportune moment by Dempsey Campbell. Concedes the long corner, but prevented the ball going into the danger zone inside the circle. And of course, the long corner must be taken directly opposite it where it crossed the baseline, so that's why the ball just moved slightly over to the right-hand side. And look at the swarming North Coast players around their own circle, trying to make sure the ball does not get into the circle. If you look at their place on the table, they're sitting, as I said, 9th out of 10 teams at the moment. North Coast conceded 26 goals. Curtin have conceded 25 as Kirsty Denning tries to turn inside the circle. It's still alive for Curtin. Strong strike coming from Amelia Horgood. And now a chance to break forward again for Grace Stewart. Stewart accelerating. That's in fact Newland, my apologies, as Stewart was trying to get on the end of it up the middle, and it just went behind her. So Maddie Newland again with plenty running. Grace Stewart supporting up the middle. And that's going to go out of play just on halfway. So again, chance now for North Coast to build once more. Brookhurst. Grace Stewart just got to stick there ahead. Played forward that time by Anna Roberts, and Stewart will keep this in play. Stewart played it into the stick and then into the foot of Tanya Storer. Stewart into the circle it goes, and this time it's off the stick of Kirsty Denning. Long corner again to North Coast Raiders as we go past the halfway point of the third quarter. Can North Coast claim the lead before the final break? Roberts determined to hang on to the ball, and a little shove in the back will see her get a free hit. She plays on with it quickly, dribbled towards the top of the circle, then denied by a strong tackle. And once more, it's Kate Denning, who is the player coach, doing really good work in the middle. That was a nice touch as well by Brooke Hurst, just slowing down the break out of defence by Sienna Archer. Hurst again, looks to play it down the line, and Tonkin has just gone down with a problem with her ankle or her foot, just as she was turning there. Hopefully that is nothing too serious. Just as she turned, she winced and then grabbed her foot. Chance now for Amelia Horgood to go on the attack for Curtin. Defence coming from Campbell again. Sienna Archer goes back once more to Tanya Storer. Comes to Archer, who just got underneath that and lifted it dangerously. So Hurst throws the ball to the air. Played in by Storer. Good first-time touch from Kirsty Denning, finding Nobbs, and Nobbs plays it into space ahead of the run of Sophie Johnston. Johnston feeding it into the path in turn of Sienna Archer, and long corner conceded by North Coast Raiders as the rain just begins to fall a little bit heavier here. I think we're going to be in for this sort of downpour for the rest of the afternoon. It looks like it's a fairly steady fall. And that looked as if it just caught the toe. It did indeed, so good work by Holzberger. So Hurst looking for options. In the end, just self-passes and pushes it through a gap. Brought under control well and just trying to turn, but just slid off the end of her stick. That was unfortunate for Annika Schuens. Schuens just getting a little bump in the back, and Greta Hayes looking as if butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. Nobbs steals it away from her opposite, number 11. And then Nobbs again just dinking that one brilliantly past Emma Hickey. Jackie Day closed down after she self-passed. Determination, that time coming in again from Schuens as she now gives way, and on comes Shania Tonkin, obviously okay with that problem with her foot. Beard opening play up onto the right-hand side, and looking to push that one forward again was Sophie Johnston. Into the final 4 minutes of this third quarter. No goals added since half-time. Just a reminder that currently on the league ladder, Curtin University are sitting on 20 points. Above them are Vic Park on 21, Westside Wolves 23, Suburban Lions 24, Hale 26, and top of the table UWA 26. And goal difference is a really big player in those places. UWA +9, Hale +4, Lions +10, who are in third place at the moment, Wolves +4. And then Vic Park and Curtin both +9 as Nobbs carries it forward. So Vic Park could not only do, Curtin could not only do with a win, but they could do with some goals just to give themselves a bit of a cushion ahead of Vic Park and maybe do a little bit better than Lions. Into the circle, that was good play again from Greta Hayes rather. Good intercept from Tanya Storer, though it's stolen away from her. Well, that looked as if it was played straight into Kate Denning. It was indeed. Good block from Hayes. Chilella, oh dear. Just came off a stick into her body, so it'll be another free hit. Anna Roberts over the ball. Roberts drills that, and it just goes off Kirsty Denning. Long corner to North Coast. Well, they would love to sustain this pressure for the final 2 minutes of this quarter and go away with a goal to take them into the final quarter with a lead. Edge of the circle. Forced away. Newland, who's been so busy in that forward line. Dispossessed. Good tackle from Sophie Johnston. Kate Denning, good pass from her. Bursting forward now is Amelia Horgood. Infield it goes, and that was intercepted well. Complaints coming from Katie Clark, but umpire not listening, and North Coast Raiders looking to live up to their name and raid before the final break. Murray Grime awards them another free hit. Curtin are slow to get players back. In fact, North Coast haven't got that many players forward. They're taking a tumble there. Just trying to get around the back. That was unlucky for Tonkin. Archer trying to turn. Tonkin thinks she's stolen the ball, but umpires think otherwise, and there was a lot of pace on that pass from Kate Denning. Hayes did well to get it under control, evades one tackle, tries to get away from a second, gets the free hit. We're into the final half a minute of this third quarter. Blair Beard looks to smash that one down the middle. It's collected well. Lovely turn from Chilela. She dispossessed her. That was a really well-timed tackle from Dempsey Campbell. And the free hit going North Coast way. They'll need a ball on the pitch. And they may not even get time to take this free hit, as Chilela already starts the walk back to the dugout. So as the rain continues to fall here at the Perth Hockey Stadium, we're not raining goals at the moment. It is still the same as it was 15 minutes ago at halftime. Curtin University 1, North Coast Raiders 1, as we head into the final break. And the players making their way back out onto the turf. Smiles on the faces of the North Coast Raiders player, and a little bit of determination on the faces of the Curtin University players. Are we going to see a winner in this match? If you look at the last 5 meetings between these two teams over the last 2 seasons, there have been 2 wins to North Coast Raiders, 2 wins to Curtin University, and 1 draw. And that draw was in May 2018. It was a 2-all draw. We're all tied up at the moment, looking for a winner. Final quarter about to get underway. Just waiting for the whistle from the umpires. There it is. So Curtin get the final quarter underway. Can they find a winner, or will they get caught on the break by North Coast Raiders? Good lead again by Greta Hayes, fed by Chilela. Hayes does well, avoids one, has found the foot. That was good skills from Greta Hayes. And she gets plenty of praise from her teammates. So the second penalty corner, just a reminder, Curtin got their only goal of the match so far from a penalty corner. Greta Hayes, who played in the Junior World Cup 2016, and of course was the crucial player that won an equalising goal that set up the shootout where Australia won the bronze. Has she done the deed here today? Blair Beard waits at the top of the circle. Nobbs injects. Beard, it wasn't a great stop, and looking for the deflection at the back post. It was Chilela coming in. She got there but just couldn't deflect it past Ash Wells. In fact, she put it the wrong side of the post. Just losing out there on halfway, and it will be a free hit. Nobbs goes backwards to Kate Denning. Lovely short pass and a good turn coming on the edge of the circle from Katie Clark, and another penalty corner conceded. Katie Clark again showing all her experience just to win that penalty corner. Katie Clark again, who's played for the WA Diamonds in the Australian Hockey League. Of course, now both teams named the Thundersticks in the new Hockey One National Championships. And if you want to get your memberships, they're available now from Hockey WA. As the ball comes out, it's a bad trap again at the top of the circle. Eventually worked well. Kate Denning drills it towards Wells. Good save by her. Good position from Ash Wells. And that's why she was able to make that save look so easy through a crowded circle. Nobbs again sliding that short pass to Denning. North Coast trying to get it out of defence. Zoe Clifford working hard and the free hit going her way. Zoe Clifford, another of the younger players, just 21 years of age, playing for North Coast Raiders as Shania Tonkin tries to get forward. That was lovely work from Grace Stewart. And Stewart's now created a little bit of space, pushes the ball forward. Holzberger keeps it in play across the face of goal. Good save from Alicia Power. And who's back there helping out but Greta Hayes? She gets through a mountain of work. 1 minute she's in the opposition D attacking. Next minute she's back defending. Well, certainly Greta Hayes, her efforts were appreciated at Sydney University Hockey Club, where in 2016 she was voted the fairest and best and also the most valuable contributor in the first grade. She also shared the fairest and best title, I should say, with Fiona Tout. But even so, she lifted that title. The rain comes down just that little bit harder, and the lights have to work a little bit harder so we can just see what's going on down below. Curtin men's team just coming out from the changing rooms, trying to stay dry. Here is Hayes again. Hayes just doubling back and draws the foul. Free hit again to Curtin. She's going to have to go and fetch the ball herself. She's having to do everything herself at the moment. Self passes, goes the reverse stick. It goes across the circle. It was a very well-placed pass. Just a little bit, though, behind Katie Clark and too far ahead of Chilela. But both those players were waiting just for the deflection or the rebound. Good spell of pressure by Curtin in the opening 4 minutes of this final quarter. Can they get a reward for their efforts with a goal? Good skills out wide, trying to play that into the circle from wide. Another free hit. That's good stuff from Sarah Burns. This time it's a free hit to North Coast, and they'll be wise to just take their time with this, just slow things down and calm things up. That's exactly what they didn't need, just to give possession away. Into the circle it goes. The ball is going to break for Chilela, and Wells again at a near post. Good save. The rebound went back to Chilela. She tries to keep it alive. Breaks now for Hayes. Hayes lifts it in the air. Wells comes out. It broke for Hayes again, but the whistle had gone. Well, it all came from Dempsey Campbell's poor pass out of defence, giving possession straight back to Curtin. And they've coughed it up again as Burns comes forward. Ash Wells earning a keep at the moment in goal. Comes off a line again, just paddles the ball away, and this time Burns can't keep it in play. Can just see there Jackie Day, the captain, just saying, calm down, guys, calm down. There's still 10.5 minutes left in this match. There is no need to panic. And two players very deep for North Coast as Roberts now plays it up the line. Trying to just cut infield, but it was just taken away from Shania Tonkin, and now a chance to break forward for Sophie Johnson. She finds Chilela. Chilela keeps it very low on the reverse stick pass across the top of the circle, but there's nobody there for Curtin. Gives me a chance to thank our sponsors once more: Kookaburra, Tiger Turf, Danks Furniture, Osdrill and FMG for making these live streams possible. We thank them for their support and hope wherever you can, you will support them. Lovely turn again by Greta Hayes. Hayes into the top of the circle. That was a really good tackle from Anna Roberts. And Roberts, who plays a lot of indoor hockey, that's probably why she pulled off that tackle so easily. Stick was really low down. Chance, though, is now Sophie Turner breaks on the left-hand side. Turner looking to slide the pass. It ricocheted up into the shins, and it will be a free hit just outside the circle to Curtin University. Hayes over the ball. Will get the pass back. Closed down immediately. Gets another free hit. Greta Hayes trying to take the ball 5 meters before she plays it in. Found Chilela. Chilela on the reverse stick, and again Wells off her line brilliantly, closing down that space and not allowing the shot to get anywhere near her goal. A little bit of a smile between the two players. Good to see. Chilela and Wells. I'm sure Ash Wells was just saying, happy birthday, but you're not going to score today. Beard goes wide. Kirsty Denning looking to feed it down the line. Manages to find Katie Clark. Clark looking to break infield. Good defence again from Roberts. Concedes the long corner. Well, it's been all Curtin as we're fast approaching the halfway stage of this final quarter. North Coast Raiders have hardly been out of their own half. Sienna Archer tries to play it in. Jackie Day collects, though. Now she can carry it forward, and she just smashes that up the pitch. Jackie Day, who again, she has a unique distinction herself, having won the Charlesworth Medal, which is the fairest and best in the women's competition here in Western Australia, in 2015 and 2016. But the year before that, she'd won the Rhonda Nix Medal in Queensland, their fairest and best in 2014. So 3 fairest and best awards in 2 different states within 3 years is a pretty good achievement by anyone's standards. And that was Jackie Day, wearing number 11 for North Coast Raiders. Shania Tonkin cutting infield, loses out to Nobbs, her cousin, second cousin rather. Now it's Kate Denning. Denning pushing the ball wide. Down the line it goes again. Katie Clark, a little bit of space now, accelerates into the circle. Good pass from her across the face of goal. It's broken to the back post. It's laid back now. Archer tries to play it in again. And that was a gilt-edged opportunity for Curtin to steal it. They had Chilela at the front post, and I think it was Horgood was at the back post. Was indeed Amelia Horgood who was at the back post, and she a little bit frustrated with herself. Now it's Storos takes the long corner for Curtin. Goes back to Blair Beard. Beard eyeing up options ahead of her. May go back to Story. Instead, she's going to go wide to Kirsty Denning on the right-hand side. It's a good deflection over the side. Just broke up play a little bit. Eased the pressure as Nobbs. Lovely turn from her. Played it into the foot of Grace Stewart. Free hit now as Nobbs feeds it to the top of the circle. Kate Denning loses out, and there's a chance for Grace Stewart to break forward. There was nobody ahead of her. She runs into Storer. It'll be a free hit on halfway for North Coast. Jackie Day again just says, I'll take this, and just calm things down. But she's given the ball away, and a grimace as Sienna Archer carries it forward. Archer, good pass to Katie Clark. Clark now forced away from goal. Looks to go wide, but it was never going to make it to Chilela. It was read so well by Zoe Clifford. Now Nobbs in space as the sun tries to break through the grey clouds overhead, and we see a slight rainbow appearing. That's going to be a free hit to North Coast. Oh no, it's a long corner, my apologies, just confused for a second. Denning space, she's into the circle, looks for the body, keeps going. Has she found the foot? She has indeed. A good work again from Kirsty Denning, and it is another penalty corner for Curtin, their 4th of the match. So far, North Coast Raiders haven't been able to win a single penalty corner, and we are just over 5 minutes left in this match. Is this the point where they manage to get the ball past Ash Wells? Caitlin Nobbs makes her way down to the baseline. Kate Denning is doing the stopping at the top of the circle, and Blair Beard will be waiting once again. Blair Beard with 4 goals from penalty corners so far this season. Can she make it 5? Good stop this time. Beard smashes it. Wells, though, again off her line. Got a right pad to it really quickly. Ball kept in play by North Coast and Shania Tonkin. She feeds it forward now to Newland. Newland indeed plays it further forward to Stewart. Stewart along the baseline. It's gone out of play, they're calling. And Murray Grum, who was a long, long way behind play. And a long corner's been given. The sheer pace of that counter-attack, just catching the umpire off guard. I have to say, I thought Grace Stewart maybe took it over the baseline, but in it goes now from Jackie Day. It'll be picked up, the loose ball, by Hurst. Oh, and that's gone up off the stick. Well, I thought Tonkin was a little bit unlucky. I thought it came off the stick of Storer. Umpire deeming it came up off Tonkin's stick. Storer gets the ball now. She lifts it in the air, well watched onto her stick. That was good play again from Zoe Clifford, but just too far ahead of Brooke Hurst, and it runs out of play. Well, the rainbow now, it's a beautiful rainbow on the far side of the ground. But neither side, oh, and that should be really a card. Chalella just kicking the ball away. I just wonder if either side will get a pot of gold from this game. Oh, Hurst drilling that one forward. It will break. That was great play, Holzberger rather. Kirsty Denning. Holzberger again determined to get the ball, gets the free hit, and again trying to play on quickly. She pushes it forward. Great chance now as Newland is breaking forward. She's got Stewart inside the circle. Newland gets past Nobbs. Good defence though, stepping forward by Blair Beard. Long corner to North Coast Raiders. Can they steal this game? Well, what a turn-up it would be if they could. Holzberger determined again, just pushed over the baseline. This time it's a tackle coming in from Sarah Burns. Brooke Hurst over the ball. Self passes, feeds it wide. It was a tricky ball for Shania Tonkin. Cross the face of goal it goes, and Newland wasn't able to bring it under control, and in the end dribbling it out of defence, but losing out, but won back again by who else but Greta Hayes. It's going to come wide, and Katie Clark, full stretch, real determination from the captain. That'll inspire you if nothing does, and just a touch from Hurst takes it over the baseline. There's an urgency now in both teams. Sophie Johnson plays it short. Sarah Burns looking to get it to the baseline. And again, an important touch coming from Hurst. Katie Clark being told to just bring the ball in a few metres. She then takes it away so that it goes the required 5 metres. Plays it into the circle. Roberts comes across. Takes it away from Greta Hayes. It'll be a long corner now. We're in the final 2 minutes of the match. Once again, Sophie Johnston over the ball. Comes back to Blair Beard. How important was her intercept just a few minutes ago? Stepping forward. Lovely work along the baseline. Another free hit goes the way of Curtin. Good work from Sienna Archer. Hayes belts it into the circle. On the reverse stick, it's going to go wide. And it's good defence. Is there a final chance for North Coast Raiders to steal the points? Shania Tonkin looks to cut in field her second cousin Nobbs. She leaves her in her wake. Shania Tonkin feeds it to Grace Stewart. Stewart in space, squares it. It's a goal. What a finish. Built up from defence into attack. And an absolutely brilliantly crafted goal by North Coast Raiders. And Maddie Newland gets the second goal for them. And they go into a 2-1 lead as we're into the final minute. Well, Newland, she had a really good game for North Coast Raiders. But that was brilliant teamwork. Well, would you believe it? North Coast Raiders, who've only won 3 games all season, look like they're going to win a 4th and do the double over Curtin University. And have they killed off Curtin's chances of getting into the finals? As I mentioned, after today, there will be 4 more games for both teams to force their way in. Well, North Coast haven't really got a chance as that's belted forward by Chalella. Too much on it for Sienna Archer. So it'll be a 16, and it's going to be a real smash and grab for North Coast Raiders. They've stolen the points. And they have got the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. it has been a fantastic match, end-to-end stuff. Curtin applying most of the pressure, but in the end, a brilliant break out of defence and a run from defence into attack. Great combination play between Grace Stewart, Shania Tonkin, and finished off by Maddie Newland means the final score here is Curtin University 1, North Coast Raiders 2.